Hello, friends. Today I'm going to discuss on the second house. I mostly on how we handle our bank balance. I think most of the people check their second house in their birth chart for one reason, that is wealth, money. They don't just want to know how much they will reach, but they want to say how much I will accumulate wealth. And here's a cosmic truth: second house doesn't show only money and how much money you get, but it shows how you sustain it. Now, second house is uh, second from first. First is yourself. So, whatever as an individual you are born, what all the resources available for you is your second house, and that is where it is called a sustenance house. So, sustenance means you sustain your all the resources attributes of the second house, which will help you to continuation your work without any hassle use for the first house, that is yourself. So in Vedic astrology, it's also second house also called as a Dhana Bhava or a wealth house, but it also house of intake. So today we are breaking down the flow of resources from food you eat to the words you speak, and how the second house secrets are the hidden engine behind your entire life stability. So I'm Suhas, and you're watching my astrology channel, which covers the various aspects of Vedic astrology. Um, Now, to start with, I'm gonna talk about the second house and connection with your food or connection with your speech. I will go with the first with speech. So think about it. The second house rules your mouth. It also means your diet and your speech are directly linked to your wealth. So, in astrology, in your second house, if it is afflicted, you might have a harsh tongue or unhealthy eating habits. So, that is, I think, which also matter for your bank account, because speech is not how you negotiate our value. If you can't command your speech, you can't command your price. So you need to have a tongue which can understand and can speak really well in how much you speak well, how much you speak with good intention. It amplifies your wealth. um, Also watch your diet, or especially to fix your finances. So ancient sages has suggested that purifying food, or which once it goes into mouth, actually purifies the energy of what stays in your pocket. So in a different word, I can say that what food you eat, what all the food habits are you are having, is directly linked with your pocket or wealth, accumulation of the wealth. Now please understand, second house is also karaka of marana karaka or marka for the first house. Reason: you can't just keep accumulating. Life has given certain balances in your life, and you need to really I am not saying people should not have a desire, but there has to be certain limits on any desire. So if you have a eating habit, it is unrealistic eating habits, it impacts your health. If you have unrealistic communication way and keep blabbering too much, it's also going to impact on your health, as well as your as well as your value. So second house is very very crucial as far as what you accumulate and also how much you accumulate. So God has given a very subtle way some responses in our life that have food which is enough for you. Should not be excess accumulation, which also can impact. Now third house is your courage. The people who accumulates more, the focus is on the accumulation or too much of wealth. Those people become fearful, they get frightened for small things, because their courage goes down. It's 12th from third. So people who's having very rich people, they are very very I will say always have certain under of stress of fear. So they don't know how to manage. They always have bodyguards and all those. You can just see that how filthy rich people always have some kind of security and all, just to secure themselves, all because they're always worried about their wealth, whatever the accumulation. So accumulation is great, but up to certain extent, as a man need in life, how much is required to live peaceful life. Obviously everyone's definition of peacefulness along with the money is different, yet you should have a decent expectation, not extra expectation for everything. So fix your diet, fix your food habits, and actually it will really help you in terms of improving your wealth. Some people get some teeth issues many times. It is directly linked with your second house. So you will see that second house got activated, and people will have some kind of sudden wealth intake will come in their life. It's a bank balance, obviously. Psychology of family, or what is the values. So second house is a house of Kutumba, or a family, a immediate family, but specifically it represents the value you inherit. Why? Because if you grew up in a household where money was the root of all evil, that's a second house imprint. You could have great 11th house income, but if you have a second house which is broken, you subconsciously flush your wealth. And always a way to stay away aligned with your childhood programming, and that's one of the challenge. The your net worth will be rarely exceed your self worth. So please understand, uh, it is very important that you also maintain your pride, you also maintain your own health. Just running behind wealth, it is actually uh, creates little bit of trouble. So balancing between first house and second house is very very critical. And also important, just see it's from the ninth house it becomes the sixth house. So all your lineage who are done in the past, who are the ancestors, is there any curse is there, it actually impacts on your worth, on your finances, on your accumulation. um, because family accumulation, food, what kind of food resources you get, or the money, obviously the wealth is there, so which is directly linked with your lineage. So if lineage is having been there sanskaras and the process has been done regularly, yearly basis with them, ensuring that they are happy, the happiness, their happiness is directly connected with your second house, which will give you wealth, which probably you're missing. So people, lot of people faces difficulty in that area. Please keep also check your ancestral problem is there in the chart, and is there anything debt you have to clean for that, and which is because uh, it's a it's a consciousness which drives through one generation to other, and that is where the problem also passes through that. So any curse or a boon or whatever is there, you just have to keep eye on that, and if any sanskaras need to be done, you need to complete that. Second house is also your right eye and the vision. Here is a niche attribute many overlook. The second house rules your right eye. In Vedic astrology, the eyes are our window to perception. The eyes are your window to your future vision, or what is your vision or plan you're keeping in your mind that you want to achieve, the goal you want to achieve, again is connected with the second house. How you see the world determines your size of opportunity. If your second house is strong, you will have a clear vision for the future. If you aren't just looking at present, you are calculating the longevity of your resources. This is the house of accumulation. So difference between get rich quickly or building a legacy. So my advice to people who are on the second house is the building a legacy. What you are going to give values to your children. And if you too much focus on the second house, there are certain impacts directly happens. Kriyam and karma come in the fifth house, and it impacts on your children, the next generation. So it's very very clear when you look at second house. Second house, if the connection is with 12th house, just imagine either you will earn money from foreign country, or you are whatever you're going to earn, it will be loose. It will flush out. Because 12th house is again connected with uh, your let go, your disappointments. So the disappointment energy is going in your wealth, and you have to let go a lot of your own people, you have to let go your money. Second house, and if you see it is connected with the first house, the person is going to be very powerful. He will use those resources for improving himself, and he will use those. So first house goes to second house, or second house goes to, the difference is the interpretation is different, but at least the first house goes to second house. His whole life is going to be focused on family and money and wealth around that. Second house is also what you speak, how you negotiate, how you talk. That also going to imply. So if second house got connection with the third house, people can earn through marketing, sales, commission job, and the wealth can be generated. So people who are really a good talker, they can earn money. People just speak and they can earn money. So lot of action. So people travel, you travel through and you get short travels and you get earn money. So if your profile is karmic profile is connected with those kind of houses, automatically the money starts flowing. uh, Second house get connects with the fifth house, so you are a excellent solution provider, a consultant who can give a good solution. Or and you are involved in children or creation or activities around that, you are gonna do great as far as that concern. Second house connect with the sixth house. For earning the money, you have to struggle, you have to put efforts, but never the said that doesn't stop you. You do good job sincerely, you will get, if you do a service and giving good service to your employer and seeing that the work well, you will continue to do well. Second house connects with the seventh house. Seventh house is your business, your partner, your relationship, and your conversation with the opposite side of the people. You will earn money. But generally, I see the retail business or the regular business that people do, the second house and seventh house connection generally comes. Second house with the eighth house, generally, it is connected with the hidden knowledge, hidden technique, hidden technology, or even manufacturing side of it. Second house get connects with the eighth house, the money coming from the non-traditional way. Money has some kind of transformational energy as bringing into the your second house energy. Reason again, there is a sudden intake of wealth or suddenly loss of wealth, both can happen in this house. But never the said you are into occult astrology or any kind of tantra, or around insurance, or someone's helping into insurance business, or you are a good negotiator, you can actually do well in the eighth house. So eighth house connection with the second house. Also the inheritance, I think somewhere certain amount of inheritance can also expected from the eighth house connecting with the second house. The people who get divorced, the eighth house connected with the second house is clearly indicating there is a kind of alumni they are expecting, they are possibly get during that, or depends on other factors and the planets attributes like benefic planet, or malefic planet. Ninth house connection is shows that you are loving teaching, you love teaching, or you want to continue from your lineage, whatever the business you learn from your father, your skill you learn from your father, you are going to accumulate through them. And also the ninth house also indicates that second house connection with the ninth house, the money should be very very I will say with moral, or there has to be, it's a more of a righteous way, karmic way you should earn money, because that's connected with your legacy and whatever the legacy you're going to get. Second house connection with the 10th house, again I will say the 10th house connection with your karma, and second house is your own bank balance. So you may work in a bank, or you may have a lot of connection, or you have an excellent yoga of earning money, because whatever karma you put, you are directly linked with your second house and the money will come. Second house and 11th house connection is absolutely great. Good Raja Yoga, and people, second house, 11th house, second, or combination come together, conjunction happens in 10th. These kind of yogas are really great, because that confirms that whatever desire you are having for the wealth and whatever accumulation you're going to do, which is balancing, and that's the reason you will earn great money in that. Second 12th, I already told that it's a little difficult, but unless people have been travel to foreign countries and still earning money from foreign organizations, it really helps. So to summarize this, I will say how to use and how to activate this house. Speak your truth. Clarity is of speech, to clarity is assets. So if you speak whatever is truth, which is need for our, it is always gives the good karma. And since communication is also one time of karma, so what you speak is directly connected with your karmic connection, and also cleaning up your positivity, and giving confidence, and inspire people, help others by communication. And that's why you can do it, and you can improve it your own wealth. Value your lineage, whatever the lineage, even if it is difficult, acknowledging your roots and stabilize, which app stabilizes the dana. So basically you have lineage, previous generations, whatever the curses are there, generally most of the time, 70-80% of the time, there are certain amount of curses comes from your lineage, either maternal or paternal. But those lineage are very very critical. We have to clean our lineage, especially on the ancestral karma. If it is pending, you do it, because it's directly connected with your money. Because if they are uncomfortable, unnecessary, don't expect that, and that doesn't come on you, may it actually go on your home and wealth and your food and resources altogether. Um, also the Jupiter factor is important. The Jupiter is a karaka and significator of this house. Expansion comes through wisdom, not just hard work. So look in your chart, which planet sitting in the second house, is it restrictive? Example, some Saturn planet sitting, but if it is in, he is a typical restrictive planet, making you saver. Or expansive planet like Venus, he want you to spend and give a luxurious life to your family. That is depend on the planets which is placed and where it is placed. The first important technique here is that see that the planet sitting in the house plays a major role, and then the dispositor of the second house where it goes, that how the second lord is carrying the energy of that house. And also third, what all the conjunction and aspects are there. So these three four areas you need to see as far as second house is concerned. Do mention your second house experience, put it into comment, and I am more than happy to respond. And will say that how is your relationship, which connection with the wealth, or your family engagement is with your wealth, your money is connected, speech is connected with the wealth, or your food is connected with your wealth. I think all these connections are extremely important. And uh, that's it from my side on second house. Do add your thoughts or ideas in your comment, and I will more than happy to respond. Do subscribe my channel, and also like it and comment as well. And if you like this video, please share with your friends and relatives. So once again, thank you, and have a nice day.